18, yeah.
We're all smart. I've heard of you. Construction manager.
I think it's the first of March. I don't know.
18, yeah. Yeah.
But I heard he's really struggling with snow down there, right?
Yeah, there's not very little snow. They're making it.
And Brian Anthony are, does he ski?
No. My boys want to go down. But yeah, it's
I just remember it was on the news, I think last night, that they're desperate for moisture down in St. George.
like I'll say, oh, we got a skip, and he's like, it's dry. Oh, right. Oh, we have that. Like, oh.
Ogden High what?
Louisiana.
Typically,
The beer says there's 7
having a
or something
lot of
like that.
responsibility to include public
Is
education.
that right?
So if you go back
7 to
east,
9 inches?
the city actually.
Yeah, the mayor was just talking about it. I didn't see it, but he said they're gonna get more snow than we have per year.
Yeah.
So Shauna actually.
In one store, go figure that.
It's really a fascinating
They've
process.
known Shauna forever.
And that didn't-
And Shauna's husband.
Yeah.
You worked with
I
Shauna.
figured out it's- You see the heads of this band. Where-
Yeah.
There's some-
Yeah, she's the assistant.
The only area-
So this is her
I
sixth
think
year.
my.
She was a city councilor before. And so she was the
Sending.
intern assistant principal for a while. Yeah.
Their curriculum is scaled by state. So
Mhm.
so you know,
I think she's getting ready. She wants to.
Or you get into an organization that gives like CTC
For high school. Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out what way to so she can talk to some people. So, yeah, we can-
She would. I don't think that'll be his first choice, but.
How do you
It's
see-
tough, yeah.
Between.
Yeah, that's
So she-
tough.
I don't know if she would.
Is that
She can retire.
teacher in Newcastle. So she would know.
Yeah.
The
I mean,
requirements.
there's certain people that want
Schools
it. Yeah.
read and
If they have
Mhm.
3.
To be able to get, yeah,
to use it to the benefit of the project.
yeah, that's tough to navigate.
I'll call her then. I'll see if I can't find an answer.
Perfect. Thank you.
He's actually.
You get a license. You get to win for your dog license. How would that be? He's right there.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
You know, it's really good the 3 of you showed up.
How are you? How are you?
If we have a technical difficulty,
Appreciate that.
if one of you to drop out, there is no meeting.
That was nice.
Oh, yeah.
No coughing.
Oh, my gosh, you still have that cough?
I've had it since October. I mean, I'm on some different stuff, went to a different doctor, so
Yeah.
I just suck on cough drops my whole life.
Yeah.
Little blue. Hold all together.
But then someone told me that they were not good for you,
Did you go
that
down
something
to
in
the-
cough drops aren't good for you. I'm like, what the heck, I can't win for losing.
I was gonna say, don't look too much of anything.
Household.
I was mad that, I'm like, they just took away Skittles. What?
And then my daughter Jennifer's having thyroid problems and
Oh,
kidney and bladder problems and mercy.
We're about 30 seconds out, so. So as I get a green light from, we'll go ahead and get started.
Little tabs, I just highlighted through mine.
yeah.
I think that one's downstairs meeting.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, the one for tonight. I stopped by to get it yesterday, but there wasn't any.
Oh,
And Matt said, they said they had 3 of them, but so I'm just gonna look it up on
yeah,
my phone.
it's pretty lean. It's pretty lean.
It's really little, I know.
No, you're good.
It was ours. Yeah, she said she,
Okay, Brittany, you tell me when we're ready.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I came by yesterday and Brittany goes, nobody ever picks those up. I say, well, I came by yesterday.
And would you do me a favor and give us a moment of silence? Thank you.
Yeah. It's just me and you that grab them. They were all doing it. No, I just think something happened on my new router or something. I can't do it no more. Give me that.
Ready? Thank you, Brittany. Okay, I'd like to welcome everybody out to the Roy City Council meeting for January 21st, 2025. Time is now 5:31. I want to recognize and welcome that we have Councilmember Saxton, Councilmember Paul, Councilmember Wilson, Councilmember Jackson, and we have Councilmember Scadden on Zoom. Okay. With that, then, we've asked Councilmember Jackson if she will lead us in a moment of silence and the Pledge of Allegiance. Ann?
Please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. And you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Ann. Council, there's no minutes or any consent items, so we'll move right into public comment period. If you have something you'd like to share with us, please step up to the mic. Just give us your name and your address, please.
I'm Kevin Homer. I live at 5398 South, 4000 West here in Roy. Not a big deal, but in just a couple of minutes, you're going to be talking about Resolution 25-1. I've heard the comments from the Planning Commission about this, and you all are going to hear it too. And make sure you ask all the right questions and appropriate questions. But I think that this little zoning change is something that would be appropriate and should be passed. So I would ask you to do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. Hi, Leon. Go ahead.
Leon Wilson at 4302 South, 2675 West. I just wanted to give a shout out to Chief Williams, Fire Chief, that put together the information regarding the 2024 Fire Department responses, and what a fantastic job that was to get that information and come to realize that they're responding to 16 calls a day. I think that's just amazing to see the amount of work that's being done there, and then a special recognition to Brittany for your efforts in the newsletter that came out in the utility building. That was well and beyond anything I had hoped for and expected, and sometimes you just good as good enough. I mean, that was phenomenal. Really, really nice job there. I think people will appreciate that. Not to mention the other city staff members and everybody that continues to do a great job. But just this last couple of weeks, that information came out. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Leon. Anybody else like to share a thought? Okay, we'll go out of public comment period and we'll jump right into the action items. Council, we're going to consider ordinance 25-1, and we've asked Brody to go ahead and lead the conversation. Thank you, Brody.
Yes, thank you, Mayor, Council. This is ordinance 25-1. This is a rezone request. It came from the applicant. The applicant is Scott Wynn. He is here in attendance if there are questions for him that anyone wants to ask. But this is a very straightforward procedure. This has gone through all the proper steps of Planning Commission, including a public hearing. Essentially, the rezone request is from an RE20 to a R17. This would allow the property owner to keep the current home on and basically subdivide 2 additional parcels to allow 2 houses on lots that would be just under quarter acre. The R17 is consistent with the properties both to the north and the south. It's really straightforward. There were no comments made at the public hearing. The Planning Commission approved it 7-0 to move forward. It is consistent with the models in the general plan and is really straightforward. That being said, if there are any questions from the council, I'll do my best to answer them as best I can.
Okay, council, any comments, question relative to ordinance 25-1?
Yes, I have a question in regards to the information about the 1.54 acres. I believe the general outcome is that it's only rezoning that 20,000 acre or 20,000 square foot piece. Is that correct? Or is it the entire 1.54 acre piece?
It's the entire parcel.
So the entire parcel will be, okay, on Exhibit D, it was a little confusing. And then down on the recommendation, it said that the staff recommends
I stand corrected.
okay, just that
It's
20,000,
just
okay.
the part there that's blocked off.
Okay. And then under the recommendation, it says, staff recommends that the planning commission forward a recommendation to approve the amendment. And then at the very end, it says, with the condition that the rezoned area is subdivided. And could you just maybe discuss the condition that the rezoned area be subdivided?
Yeah, so the
So
planning.
it's under condition.
Yeah, the planning commission's, I guess, recommendation is that that you do the zoning request so that it can be subdivided. And not just done for no reason, maybe a recommendation to help spur the subdivision and additional housing. It's more of a recommendation. That's all I
Okay,
can really-
so it's not that this condition is, like, if it isn't done, then it reverts back, or, I mean, sometimes we approve zoning and it has conditions to it, but I just wasn't sure how that fit in, so.
Yeah.
Meaning subdivided just means they need an official subdivision for that 20,000 acre section is, but that's under that condition. And if
Yeah.
they don't do it, then the rezoning reverts back to,
Yeah, and
together.
that could be done by this body if that's what you want. There certainly can be conditions on that.
Okay. Just was wondering what that referred to. Thanks.
Okay. Any other comments, questions, council? Okay. Thank you, Brody. If there's no further comments or questions, then do I have a motion then to approve ordinance number 25-1, a consideration request amending the zoning map from an RE20, which is residential estates, to RE17, single family residential for a portion of the property located approximately 4796 South, 4300 West.
So moved.
Thank you, Ann. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Diane. Okay, this is a roll call vote. Brittany?
Jackson,
Aye.
Councilmember Scadden,
Aye.
Councilmember Saxton,
Aye.
Councilmember Hall,
Aye.
Councilmember Wilson.
Aye.
Okay, thank you, council. Ordinance 25-1 is approved. We now have city manager and council report. Matt?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Just a couple of things. The last city council meeting that we had, I talked a little bit about the ramp grants that we were going to submit. I just wanted to let you know that they have been submitted. So once again, Fox Glen Park, we were doing some upgrades to that park. Also a grant to do trees in the parks and then concert in the park as well. So those 3 ramp grants were submitted. Also, we have talked a little bit about this in the past. And there could be some changes with what council members want to do with this, but we do need to know a count on who wanted to attend to the ULCT training. That date is April 16th through the 18th. So enrollment's going to start opening and we'll just have to start planning that of who wants to go. So please get with us if you are interested in doing so.
Say those dates again.
April 16th through the 18th. It's a Wednesday through Friday.
Mhm. Okay, council, anything else you want to share?
Really quick, yeah, just ditto that newsletter. I
Oh,
looked
yeah.
through that and it was amazing. Like, so he said it right, well put together. It was a lot of information. It was very relevant to our city. There was nothing there was no ads. So yes, loved it. Loved
Yeah,
it.
beautiful, sharp, classy. Yep. Thank you very much.
Okay, good comment. Anything else? Okay, council, just a couple of things. I mentioned it to you before a couple of months ago, on the 18th of February from 8:30 to 12:30, Weber Weber School District holds their STEM I want to say it's a judging contest. A lot of fun. This group typically is the junior high group, but they are very fascinated in terms of the things they do. They are looking for judges. If you have an interest, let me know. I sent you a link, but I can send it to you again. The judging will be taking place at Weber State University on February 18th from 8:30 till 12:30. It is a lot of fun to go see some of the youth in terms of their imaginations in the sciences. Last thing, you may have picked it up, but I'll echo this from Brittany. House Bill 80 last year, when it was approved, specifically stated that all of us elected people have to fill out that conflict of interest disclosure. If you have any questions on that, I think I sent you mine, and I think I even sent you the piece of what a city council person is actually responsible for. So I think that would answer question number 2 on that list. You can certainly use that. The rest of it you need to fill in, but if you can get that to Brittany by Friday, because she has Matt can explain this better than me, a legal responsibility to make sure that every one of us who are elected have that posted on the website, I think. And if you don't do it, they're just going to take a couple of birthdays away from you. So please make sure you get those to
Thank you
Brittany.
for that reminder. Yeah.
If you have any questions on that, Brittany is the expert. She can certainly fill in the details on that, but we need that information from you. Okay, anything else? Okay, seeing and hearing none, I have a motion then to adjourn.
I motion we adjourn.
Okay, Sophie, second.
Aye.
Thank you, Ann. Okay, I'm going to get this down, I promise. All in favor of adjourning, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, any opposed? Hearing none, we are adjourned. We're going to reconvene our next meeting, which is a work session downstairs. So if you'll take roughly about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, head downstairs in the conference room downstairs, and we will reset up for the work session that's scheduled for right after this meeting. Thank you. Yeah, I just, if you need to put something on, and you do, and you said, well, what's the duties of responsibility? Council.
The way we like it.
It's so vast. There's so much, but simplifying just those 3 or 4 things. Just make it a little easier.
Here's another.
I wanted to put a plug in for you because I want to make sure you keep us legal.
Do my very best.
I know.
She's like, that's a full-time job. Oh.